This article is a perfect example of how to turn your expectations into a kamikaze attack. I've been saying it from the very beginning in February because it's the exact same thing that was never confirmed to begin with. So was it really necessary for the Pokemon Company to reach out and quell any worries? Alright, let's look at the official website for the game. Seek, Observe, Weaken, Catch. It's literally the same thing we've been doing in the entire Pokemon franchise from the very beginning. We seek out the Pokemon and the rest is sure to follow. You can tell from the trailers and the information on how the gameplay is going to work that all it is Game Freak trying to mix up the stale, over 2 decades old formula. Personally, I've been pumped for everything that has been revealed so far, from the types of attacking styles, new Pokemon, new regional forms, and the new challenges that the game has to offer next to the standard Pokemon fare. But one thing I didn't do, because this is a lesson so many years in the making, not even related to Pokemon, is that I checked my expectations at the door. I never let them get out of hand if Sword and Shield are anything to go by. More on that later. And this is also why garbage journalism is not only a thing that's still in full swing, but it's probably one of the more easier occupations to hold right next to burger flipping, because all you have to do is shit post about anything. And of course, these are the types of people that hype themselves up erroneously only to naturally disappoint themselves. Since the first trailer for Pokemon Legends Arceus arrived back in February, the game's vast open areas and rolling green hills have drawn comparison to Breath of the Wild. And that plays more on the good old proverb of just because you have an idea doesn't mean that it's yours. Unless of course it's patented, copyrighted, etc. But yes, it's easy to see from the very first trailer that the game may indeed have drawn inspiration from Breath of the Wild, but this is where everyone else came in and provided their own erroneous, not to mention obtuse filler.
If it walks like a Breath of the Wild game, if it talks like a Breath of the Wild game, then it must be Breath of the Wild.
And this is the part where people decide to backpedal and create some other ridiculous narrative. All the Pokemon Company offered was your typical automated response that you can find on the damn official website. What they're saying here is no different than what can be found here. Where's the confirmation redacting something that was never confirmed before? Here's a bit of a spoiler. No matter what tab you click on the official website, nothing will suggest, let alone confirm, the game to be an open world Pokemon game. That's all on the erroneous speculation and reckless expectations of people like this. This is just Mikey saving face for making such clickbait shit posts. You had no confirmation of anything, but now it's supposed to be more like a Monster Hunter game. So basically now the Pokemon Company is going to have to make another official statement that you can again find on the official website for the game, that it's not going to be a Monster Hunter-like game. Okay, it's perfectly understandable. Sword and Shield was disastrous to a lot of people. Even those apologists out there that just can't quite admit that Sword and Shield has problems to begin with. Well, I wouldn't put it past their copy of Sword and Shield to be collecting dust just like everyone else's. Paid DLC included. People haven't done the thing they should have done with Sword and Shield. Move on for better or worse. Using Pokemon Legends Arceus as some kind of Renaissance Pokemon game with ridiculous expectations isn't going to make it that much better. It's not going to make it anything. You're taking away from what the game intends to be. Pokemon Legends Arceus isn't here to save you from the blight that Sword and Shield is. It's also the first of its kind, and that's the thing that people are ignoring the most. They're putting all of their chips on Pokemon Legends Arceus because they're believing all this bullshit out here and generating more of it through their reckless expectations over things that weren't confirmed about it to begin with. Everyone needs to just take a chill pill, take the information as it is instead of adding things onto the game that you expect instead. Consider the game's intentions over your expectations, because otherwise, ladies and gents, that's exactly how you turn your expectations into a kamikaze attack. But even better than that, why should you give a shit if Pokemon Legends Arceus is an open world Pokemon game or not? Does that automatically make it the game of the year? Does it make it the best Pokemon game ever? People are out here actually pretending that if it's an open world Pokemon game, that's somehow going to make it flawless. And this is exactly how people set themselves up for disappointment. Now, other than living in a retarded echo chamber, because drama for clicks are the only skills you have to pay your bills, the most that Pokemon Legends Arceus has revealed itself to be is a bold new direction for a franchise and its stale ass formula. And I think it's doing an exceptional job with what has been revealed so far. It's better than nothing, and it's better than more of the same. Is another Sword and Shield what people really want? By all means, have your concerns, regardless of what game you're looking forward to or not looking forward to. The least you can do is see them for what they are instead of what you expect them to be, if and only if those expectations include confirmation bias. Pokemon Legends Arceus may fail miserably, it may do exceptionally well, or it may just very well be an okay game that didn't deliver nearly as much as any of us hoped it would. Either way, the game won't be made better or worse simply because you allowed your expectations to get out of hand. Beyond that,
Wolfglick is a proven cheater.
because he was found with illegally generated Pokemon, but not caught in the act of illegally generating Pokemon. This has nothing to do with anything, and it doesn't take away from his accomplishments. Wolfglick must be laughing his ass off at this bitter man-child and Galarian Moltres and Raichu tears.